What if the moment someone tried to break you turned into the moment that changed your entire life forever? Stay with me, because this story is going to show you exactly that. Her name was Sofia. She was 24 years old, with dark brown hair tied back under a simple headband, and tired brown eyes that still somehow held a quiet kind of warmth inside them. Every single morning, Sofia woke up before the sun, put on her faded blue cleaning uniform, picked up her red rubber gloves, and walked through the back entrance of one of the most expensive hotels in the city. Nobody noticed her when she walked in. Nobody ever did. She carried a mop with her everywhere she went on that job. She scrubbed floors, cleaned mirrors, and wiped down hallways that other people walked through without ever looking down. She did it quietly. She did it with care. And she never complained, not even once, because she had a reason to keep going. Her younger brother needed his tuition paid. Her mother had a hospital bill that was sitting on the kitchen table at home, growing bigger every month. Sofia had no time for dreams. She only had time for work. But life had something else planned for her that afternoon. It was a Saturday when the hotel was buzzing with noise and laughter. A large private event had taken over the grand ballroom on the second floor. It was the kind of event where women wore silky dresses and men wore sharp black suits. Crystal glasses clinked. Chandeliers glittered. The music was soft and elegant, floating through the entire hallway. Sofia was just finishing the corridor near the ballroom. She was tired. Her back ached. She leaned on her mop for just a moment and closed her eyes, letting herself breathe. And that is exactly when the ballroom doors swung open. A group of people walked out, and right at the center of that group was a tall man in a perfectly fitted dark suit. His name was Marcus. He was 32, handsome in a sharp and practiced way, the kind of man who was used to being the loudest in every room. Beside him were two women in satin dresses, both laughing at something he had just said. Marcus stopped when he saw Sofia standing in the hallway. He looked her up and down, the blue uniform, the red gloves, the mop in her hand, and then he smiled. Not a kind smile, the kind of smile that made your stomach sink. He turned to the women beside him and said, loud enough for Sofia to hear every single word, "Hey, here's a fun idea. If she can dance right now, right here in this hallway, I will actually marry her." And then he laughed. A big, careless, wild laugh. The two women beside him laughed too. One of them covered her mouth with her hand, her long nails glittering under the light. The other one pointed in Sofia's direction, her shoulders shaking. They were laughing at her. Sofia felt her face go warm. Her grip tightened on the mop handle. She looked down at the clean floor she had just finished scrubbing. Now here is the part that nobody expected. Sofia looked up, not with anger, not with tears. She looked up calm and steady, the way a person looks when they have already survived things that were far harder than this moment right here. And she set the mop gently against the wall. Marcus stopped laughing. The two women went quiet. Sofia reached into the small pocket of her uniform and pulled out her phone. She connected it to the small Bluetooth speaker. The cleaning staff kept on their cart for long shifts. And then, without saying a single word, she pressed play. A soft, sweeping piece of classical music began to fill the hallway, and Sofia began to dance. Wait, stay right here. Because what happened next is something none of them ever forgot. She did not dance like someone trying to prove a point. She danced the way you dance when the music lives inside your bones and has been living there for a very long time. Her movements were slow at first, graceful, her arms lifting gently, her feet moving across the clean marble floor, with a quiet kind of precision that was absolutely breathtaking to watch. Marcus stood completely still. His smile was gone. The two women beside him had stopped laughing. One of them had her hand pressed softly over her heart without even realizing it. Because what they were seeing was not what they expected at all. This young woman in a cleaning uniform was dancing with the kind of training, the kind of grace, and the kind of soul that you only find in someone who has dedicated years of their life to an art form. What none of them knew was that Sofia had trained as a classical dancer all through her teenage years. She had earned a scholarship to a performing arts academy when she was 17. But when her father passed away and the family fell into hard times, she had quietly walked away from all of it. She had never told anyone. She had just picked up the mop and kept moving forward. And now here she was, dancing in a hotel hallway, in her uniform, with her red rubber gloves sitting on the cleaning cart beside her. And she was the most beautiful thing in that entire building. When the music ended, Sofia stopped, lowered her arms, and stood perfectly still. Her breathing was calm. Her eyes were steady. The hallway was completely silent. And then Marcus did something that surprised even himself. He started to clap. Slowly at first, then louder. The two women joined him. Then two hotel guests who had stopped in the hallway to watch joined in as well. And within moments, there were 8 people standing in that corridor, all of them clapping for a young woman in a blue cleaning uniform. Marcus walked toward her. His expression was completely different now. The arrogance was gone. What replaced it was something that looked very much like genuine respect. He said quietly, "I had no idea." Sofia looked at him and gave a small, dignified smile. She said, "Most people never do." She picked up her mop. She put her red gloves back on, and she walked to the next section of the hallway to finish her shift. Marcus stood there for a long moment, watching her go. The story of what happened that afternoon spread through the hotel by evening. A video someone had recorded on their phone made its way online. By the next morning, Sofia's dance had been seen by thousands of people. By the end of the week, a performing arts organization in the city had reached out to her personally. Sofia still works hard every single day, but now the stage knows her name again. And that is the thing about real grace. You can dress it up in a cleaning uniform, push it into a hallway, and laugh at it all you want. But the moment it decides to show itself, there is not a single person in the room who can look away. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to remember that their worth has never been determined by where they are standing, only by who they are inside.